Alright, viewers, don't be worried. We got another episode of G.A.S.E Radio coming up. You probably weren't worried till I just said that, but it's okay. We'll have some good stuff for you.
Because, before our episode kicks off, we have a nice word from our sponsor. And our sponsor this week is...
Darren Marlin.
Darren
Marler. Oh,
I'm
God.
keeping that in. Darren Marlin. Darren Marler is our sponsor for this week.
Oh, God.
You might know him as a professional voiceover artist. I know him as a friend, a brother, and a really great actor who's brought a couple awards to some of my independent films, and he's won them for his acting abilities. He's a great guy.
He is.
And,
he definitely is, and I'm just a jerk that can't say names, and I'm sorry, Darren.
So, here's a word from our very own, the guy who even does the intro and outro for us for G.A.S.E.
Yes.
Here we go with Darren Marlin. Darren Marler.
Ghosts, demons, aliens, the unexplained, the paranormal, stories of the weird and the dark, submitted by authors and fans. Weird Darkness. Celebrities, politicians, criminals. Oh wait, I already said celebrities and politicians, didn't I? True stories of individuals and moments of duh. The Daily Dose of Weird News, every weekday on YouTube at dailydoseofweirdnews.com.
Warning, this podcast may contain explicit language and maybe some other sexual things.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome to G.A.S.E Radio, your home for gaming, anime, superhero news, and entertainment. Waft in and listen. Here are your hosts, Randy and Luigi. Excuse me.
And welcome to a brand new episode of fucking G.A.S.E Radio. Thank you again, Darren, for being our sponsor this week. Ain't going anywhere anytime soon. Marler Sheet on YouTube, www.marlerhouse.com. I'm Randy Lee Beasley.
And I'm Luigi Bonanno.
Yes, and today is a great day. Let's kick it off before we go into our normal G.A.S.E gaming, animated, superhero news entertainment section with a brand new current conventions from this past weekend. Your feet are tired because you're walking around all fucking day. It's current conventions. Sniff.
Alright guys, we just got back from Mighty Con St. Louis.
At the St. Charles Convention Center, and it was awesome.
I would like to start off by thanking the convention. If anybody knows about the convention center over in St. Louis that we were working with, it was phenomenal. They were a great help.
Shout out to Angie. She did a great job. Didn't take shit from anyone. It was awesome.
It was a great weekend, and it's all thanks to her and her staff. So thank you all very much. We had a good outcome, though.
We did. We had a lot of people. For a first-time show in such a big area,
it was almost 3,000 people for 2 days, right?
Right. It was not bad for a first-time show.
No.
And no complaints about, there wasn't that many people here. No complaints on the food situation. It was... The floors were, packed.
Oh, yeah.
Saturday it wound down a little bit early, but then Sunday it was just a steady flow of people.
Right. The only complaints that we got was, a couple of the artists said that they felt a little cramped, which we already talked to the...
And we're just have you ever been to, C2E2? It's...
Right, it's
even
cramped.
More cramped. You gotta give us this there. But other than that, it was great.
It was
lots of cool vendors. Some vendors we never even had before, which was just great to see that.
Oh yeah.
It's expansion by definition. People know about our other local shows, but then you go somewhere else to get that type of crowd and that type of reaction. I've been getting emails all morning about vendors we've never met before and some of the special guests, and like Pathway to Independence and everything. Like some of them are sending thank you cards to us and stuff. Everyone just had a great time overall, which is what's important.
Right,
Now,
which we had George Perez.
yes, the special guest.
Yes, he was great, very friendly to all of his fans and to us, and we thank you for coming out.
I had no problem go eating food for that man. That was fun.
No, him and Robert Axelrod.
Oh my gosh,
Now-
Lord Zedd himself.
Now, here's the thing. A lot of my friends thought, oh, you got to meet him? That's really cool. No, we got to spend the weekend with Lord Zedd. It was the best thing. This guy's a 70-year-old firecracker.
He's awesome. He was in the same hotel as us, and I had to pick him up both days. And, you know, he would just get in the car, he would light a cigarette, and he would just talk about random shit, and it was awesome.
It was great. There were things that came out of his mouth during his panels that I would have never thought would have came out of his mouth in a million years.
He was hilarious.
Oh, my God. It was phenomenal. And I never knew this, but the man loves his cookies.
Oh, yeah.
Loves them.
Apparently, if you give him too many cookies, he can go crazy, which we wish we saw, but we didn't get a chance to.
Yeah, no, because his manager jacked the cookies, gave him to him.
She's like, nope.
Yeah, not happening. She's like, I ain't dealing with that shit.
He did a lot of voices for Digimon, too.
Yes, he did a lot of
Which is
voices for
great.
Digimon. He did them for... He did more than just... he did... Finkler? Right, that's his name? The Tinker Man that tinkers for all the...
Finster.
Finster. Finster that tinkers...
Finkler.
Finkler. I knew it began with an F and it was a weird name. So Finster, he played him. Actually, when he was doing the audition for Lord Zedd, he actually said during his panel that he thought it was just like a monster that was showing up for one episode and was done, and then realized, oh shit, this is going on for like 2 more seasons. Awesome.
Right.
So...
But he did also say that because they didn't want to diminish the character of Lord Zedd, his little appearances in both the movies, they barely showed his name credits in the end credits. Like, there's tiny, because they don't want people to be like, oh, the voice of Lord Zedd. Saban only wanted it to be like, that's Lord Zedd.
Right.
So, it's whatever, but he had very interesting topics. The second day, the panel I sat in on, he did narration and Q&As during clips. He did some kind of Digimon movie called what was it called?
Was it The Island for number 4?
No, it was I can't remember it. It was Digimon hyphen, and then it was like its own like spin-off thing. It was like
like the Data Squad crap or whatever.
No, nothing to do with the TV
like,
shows. No TV show characters in it. It was like Digimon something. It was like the first Digidestins or something. They were like in the sewers and stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Called Utopia or something.
We gotta find that and watch it, man.
It was cool. And then he did voices for Samurai Champloo and stuff.
Yes.
That was excellent. Like his whole panel thing was great. But of course, the Power Rangers is what I was like. Which he said that was a gift, but it was also like typecasting on him.
Right. Because as soon as he became Lord Zedd, all of his friends and fellow actors that needed a voiceover star were just kind of like, well, we don't need Lord Zedd. And he's like, you guys, I know how to do more voices than just Lord Zedd.
Right.
They didn't even realize that it was him, like, in the recording. Because back then, they didn't have the video cameras to record you. It was too expensive. They wanted to save their film.
The best part is, his voice, they didn't have to do anything in post for it. He could do the whole Lord Zedd voice on his own.
And so he called back the producers after his second interview and goes, hey, what's the holdup? And they're like, we'd love to give you the part, but is that really you? They couldn't even realize it because it doesn't sound like him in the slightest.
Right. It was excellent. And
but we could go on about him for days.
Yeah, that was an honor to meet that guy.
It was an honor to spend some time
and he
with
was
him.
also in Tim and Eric's $1 billion movie, which is fucking hilarious. So that was cool that he is diverse. That shows it right there.
Yes.
He'll do the weird little projects. But yeah, so what did we get on the floor this time at the show? We always go over what we got.
Yeah. Okay. So, this guy over here, like every time that we go out, he has to try to surprise me with a little something, and we found
Tooth Fairy.
a Legacy Megazord. It was out of the box. It had all of its pieces except for the sheath with the chain, which the vendor did reassure us he had it and would give it to us later. He's like, I'll give it to you guys for $50. What? Legacy Thunder Zord for $50 complete.
And his new one in the box was only $100.
So I was over there and I was like, yeah, you know what, I'll think about it because I really don't have a lot of money. I came back to the booth later and it's gone, and I just shook my head and I went, fucking Randy did it again. And then Then we get back to the hotel and the fucker's trying to hide it in a bag.
I was gonna put it under his pillow like the Tooth Fairy.
And I'm like, are you trying? You're trying to hide the Thunder Sword right now, aren't you? I was like, thank you so much, dude, but you're not really good at hiding things. But
then I also, from the same
Yeah.
dealer, Mac Vintage, I got my daughter and I like most of the Legacy Ranger figures, which was great.
right, he's got great deals and everything over at his booth. I actually picked up a couple more Naruto figures. I picked up the 4th Hokage and Kakashi from him. So that was just great.
Luigi's collection is growing.
Oh, big time. And I think my parents are going to start getting pissed off that I just have figures
Yep.
everywhere.
But other than that, that was St. Louis Mighty Con.
yeah, we had a great time. Great show. I mean,
We can't wait to go back next year.
Right.
But let's get back to our regular G.A.S.E podcast. All right, so let's get into our gaming section.
Pass me a controller and grab that beer. It's game time.
Okay, and this is coming off of E3, so we have lots and lots of gaming information. The Friday the 13th, the game, new gameplay footage. It does confirm you can play as both counselors and Jason, and it is fucking scary and brutal.
Oh, yes. Very scary and very brutal. I did see that when you're Jason Voorhees, you can teleport
You can
around
teleport, which finally explains how he gets places so quickly.
there. Right, but then again, it kind of makes the game cheap for
If you're
Jason Voorhees.
like, if there's a mode where it's like
Right.
survival.
And you can kind of almost scan the environment and see where everybody's at, so you can never hide from Jason
Yeah,
Voorhees.
you really can't hide.
Right, so...
So I'm hoping the scanning mode gets turned off if there is an actual Jason versus counselor mode, like online,
Right.
where one person is Jason, everyone else has to hide. I hope
Right.
it dimmed down some of Jason's features.
Right, or, like, give him a power-up for, like... He can do it for, like, a second or two and see where everybody's at, and then it turns off on him or something like that, but...
Portal 3 has finally been confirmed.
Well, that took how many years?
Yeah, right? Like,
The
don't
last-
get your hopes up, though, because they also say they're making friggin' Half-Life 3, and fuck you.
The last time that a Portal game came out, my friend Thomas was still in town. That's how long
Jeez
ago that was, and
Louise.
he's been gone for like 4 or 5 years now.
Let's
Man,
see.
it's crazy.
They announced Dead Rising 4. You come back as Frank West. Very
Yeah.
excited. The original,
All right.
I'm excited for that.
I just have the second game. I never played anything other than that one.
South Park, The Fractured Butthole.
Okay, when I found out about this one, I was so freaking excited because I love.
We were loading up for...
Yeah, I
go
love
home.
RPGs. I love them so much, and I thought South Park RPG. When I first heard about the Stick of Truth, I was like,
Oh, God, that game was amazing.
yeah, I was like, I don't know, because it's South Park. So I tried it. I borrowed it from a friend, and I fell in love with the game. I beat it, and now I found out that you can get this game and the original Stick of Truth with it.
The Fractured Butthole is the superhero, the Coon and Friends type sequel, but it is a sequel to the Fractured... it is a sequel to fucking
Stick of
of
Truth.
Truth. And when you buy this new game, you get a free copy of the original. But it's funny because the very beginning of the second game, you still play as the new kid in town, and you're like the champion, you're the king. But since they switched games, Cartman's like, "Where the fuck are you? You're a douchebag again. Why are you still wearing a crown? We're playing superheroes now."
Yep.
So the kid mentality, which makes South Park so funny, that kicks in right away. It looks great.
I can't wait to play that one.
Let's see here. Xbox One S and PlayStation 4.5 are coming out soon with the VR and everything.
Right, I can't wait for the VR. That's where gaming's heading. The Xbox S, isn't it just a smaller version of the Xbox?
It's smaller and with the VR.
And it's got 2 terabytes of data, right?
Yeah, that's about it.
Is it the same thing that the PlayStation did?
Right. They're just copying to meet the market demands.
Of course.
Let's-
Pretty soon you're going to be able to just pick up a system and you're going to be able to pretty much just jump online and play with whoever you want. Like it's
They announced they have the new trailer for Lego Dimensions, which introduced a bunch of new characters. Finn and
Yep.
Jake from Adventure Time, Sonic the Hedgehog, a bunch of Harry Potter
Oh
characters.
yeah, I saw the I guess they're already doing advertising for it because I saw it on the commercial.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
great.
it's-
I'm looking forward to that.
Oh yeah.
Finally, they announced, it's an announcement trailer, The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild is the next Zelda game, and that has my cock harder than Lindsay Lohan's
What's
nose
it gonna
with
be on? Is it
cocaine
gonna
in
be
it.
on the Wii?
Yep.
Okay.
Wii
That
U.
means that I gotta get a fucking Wii, dude.
Why did you just bleep yourself from saying
I don't know.
fucking?
I don't know
Let's
what.
get a Wii. What?
I do that all the time while talking.
You're in
Just-
safe zone with the G.A.S.E. We are all right with the and the swearings. Let's see here. What else do we got? New Norman Reedus game, Death Stranding. Hopefully he doesn't get shit canned like every other game he's supposed to be in.
Right? What is up with that? I know it's not him.
He's just naked on a beach is his character so far in the teaser trailer.
That's it?
So,
well, then you know all the women are going to be buying that game.
Right. Kanye West made a fucking video game and it was released. Don't know the title because I didn't care enough to fucking go into it. I'm just stating no.
No.
Fuck you.
No. I'm going to look up the game or the trailer for that to see if that's even like a real thing or if they're just yanking our chain.
Oh, no, it's real. It's real.
Do you play as Kanye West?
No, you don't play as Kanye West. He had creative control over the whole fucking game, and it has his music in the game, and it was all his idea.
So, but we can't get the games that we want out, but we can get a fucking Kanye West game. What the fuck is wrong with you people?
But to change the subject to better news, the Resident Evil 7 trailer was fucking epic. It's this giant like Texas Chainsaw Massacre style house with like the fucking like walls torn down and shit. It's going back to straight up fear. It's like taking what they did with the mansion, but it's like 3 separate houses that are all connected from underground tunnels and shit.
Well, that's what the first one is. It's like a mansion connected to like an outhouse connected to a sub-basement connected to another one. It's like a freaking maze and a half of just
new
terror.
Characters, and they're promising old characters to return.
Oh,
I guess halfway through
man.
the game, like Chris or someone will come in. Like, I can't wait.
Oh,
like, because after 6, I was disappointed.
Yeah.
We've talked about that before. After 6, it was just...
Yeah, 6 was just too much, like we said before. But it is what it is. We're getting a new one, and that's all I care about.
Yeah, and that's it for the gaming section.
Anime. Animated. Assholes? Possibly.
All right, we are in the anime section. Don't have much for the anime section, but I do have something to say, which was awesome.
Okay, I have to ask you something real quick, and I'm going to ask you on G.A.S.E Radio. Did you ever get my picture? That picture that I sent you that I said, hey, did you ever get my picture while we were in the hotel room?
What picture?
There's a picture of my dead on the ground and black underneath it going, oh, my bad.
No, I did not get that. But what Luigi's referring to is in the newest episodes of Dragon Ball Super. Yeah, Black, a.k.a. Black Goku, destroys Mai. She gets blown up, and then that's what makes Future Trunks turn Super Saiyan again. And it's pretty fucking bleak. And there's lots of references to Majin Buu.
Yeah.
So that's what, like, one of my guesses was, like, what happens when Majin Buu gets released in his fucking time?
Wait. If this is a separate time and Black's around, what if Goku survived and Majin Buu, he's one of Majin Buu's, like, power-up
Right,
people?
like fucking, like how
how
Vegeta got it.
Vegeta.
Right? We're not sure yet,
maybe
but they reference Majin Buu, so we're getting into that.
them.
Right. Something crazy is happening, and we don't know yet, but the next preview is Kid Trunks finally meets his future self and knows that that's him from the future, from a different timeline. So that's going to be very interesting. The God of High School anime. Have you seen any information on this one?
No.
The fucking trailer was awesome, and the custom music they made for it, it fucking blew my mind.
Really?
So this is the next anime I'm going to be watching, like taking my time out.
What's
and
it
going,
called again?
The God of High School.
The God of High School. Oh, I've heard about it. I've never seen it. I don't know the
music
plot.
is like almost as good as Cowboy Bebop music.
Oh, really?
Like the music's fucking amazing.
Oh, great.
Like it's been fucking so long since we've had something great like that.
Yeah, because Cowboy Bebop's one of the best anime soundtracks I've heard.
And this is kind of related to both the gaming section and anime. Tekken 7's coming out soon, and they're releasing a 4-part miniseries anime based on the events from the last Tekken through now. I don't know. I just put it in this category because who gives a shit?
I wish they just had a continuation series that just goes on.
I gave up on Tekken a long time ago. That was scary. The demon just growled at us. But the final thing that we have for anime, it's not big this week. It was more gaming and a current convention type deal. Samurai Jack is back, finally, and we got the first promo image, and it looks great.
Yes, I cannot wait for a Samurai Jack. Like, I don't think it's a reboot. I think it's a continuation.
It's a continuation, right?
Right, so I can't wait for that. Because he never beat Haku in, like, the original show, and then they added it as part of the fucking bonus on the DVD
Right.
bundle, and I was like, "What? So you're gonna go make us buy it so we can see the fucking last episode? Why not just continue on with it?"
Right, and they are actually continuing, which is great.
Right, that's phenomenal.
And that is it. Let's move into that superhero section.
Yes, you're listening to the superhero section. I killed Miss Piggy and ate her bacon for breakfast.
All right, so right off the bat, Ben Affleck says, yeah, they're doing the Batman solo film now, but apparently the script is shit. So his whole thing is he will not do it until the script is perfect, which is a good thing, but it's also a bad thing because that's pretty much how developmental hell starts on any project. Is when the lead stars look at Ghostbusters 3 with Bill Murray. Yeah, I'll do it as long as there's a right script. Fucking 10 years later.
Right.
So who the fuck knows with that?
That's gonna be great. We're gonna have super old Ben Affleck play Batman.
Exactly. He's gonna be actually old by the time that fucking shit comes around. At this point.
Yeah. I think DC keeps getting put in developmental hell.
Yeah, DC is not doing very well.
No, not in the cinematic universe.
Let's hope Suicide Squad is the savior that they're praising that it is. That's all I'm gotta say.
I'm hoping. Well, you're probably gonna get a lot of fans with that Harley Quinn.
Oh, you got me with the Harley Quinn. My
yes.
cock's harder than a fucking Lindsay Lohan's nose doing the cocaines.
Batter up.
The new title for the final Wolverine movie, Hugh Jackman's final times Wolverine, is Wolverine: Weapon X.
Yes, because it's supposed to be a continuation off the Apocalypse thing.
Right. It's supposed to be half in present day, after Days of Future's Past, a new timeline, the other half showing his past, which is also kind of like, that part will be almost like a reboot to X-Men Origins Wolverine. So
right.
They're fixing the shit that they fucking made in the anus. Tyler Hoechlin, didn't say his name wrong, I don't give a shit, will play Clark Kent / Superman in Season 2 of Supergirl. He looks just like Tom Welling, but a little bit older.
Yeah, I would say
that's about it.
Yeah, that's pretty much the way. He's on a show called Teen Wolf,
Yep.
if you want to know what he looks like. He seems like a pretty good actor to me, at least. He hasn't made me feel like, oh, that's not part of the character.
And Season 2 premieres on the CW later this fall. Now, this is something I've been this is developmental hell times a million, but I'm finally fucking ready for it. The rated R Spawn script by Todd McFarlane is finally done, which means sooner than later they can actually make the fucking movie, and it's gonna be a fucking horror movie with a little bit of superhero elements into it, just like Spawn should be.
That's what the original Spawn was.
But he was disappointed with it, and now this is fully Todd McFarlane's creative control. He's making the movie himself now. There's no studio fucking bullshit involvement. Even though in this day of age now the studio probably wouldn't give a shit. But back in the day when the original Spawn came out, there was more troubles. People were like, it's a comic book movie. Yeah, fuck it. Now it's like, oh fuck, comic book, it's gold now.
Right.
It took these producers and all these assholes so long to fucking get it through their heads that, yeah, that shit's good. We need to use that in stat.
Right, because everybody's entertained by it. It's not one of those genres that, oh, a handful of people are going to be, okay, yeah, this is great. No, everybody fucking loves it. There's a little bit of horror, there's a little bit of action, there's a little bit of everything for everybody in these movies now.
And that's what we like. And that will end the superhero section. And we're going to kick it off with the final section, the entertainment section, starting with a video game portion I forgot to say earlier, and I don't give a shit.
Mark 2, Warp 7, entertainment, engage.
So, first off, forgot something for the gaming section, but it's whatever. It can still fit in entertainment. That's why we do this. Battlefront finally is releasing the fucking Cloud City expansion pack here on, June 21st. It plays Lando, and there's another villain, and I'm excited. I have the game. I haven't played it in a while because I've been playing Doom. I've been waiting for the new expansion pack. There's 2 new modes, new ships. It's Cloud City, you're Lando. The only character in the whole franchise, Billy D. Williams, actually came back to do the voice.
Really?
So I'm fucking excited. I'm finally be playing some Battlefront again. And be shooting some motherfuckers. It's Lando Calrissian. Yeah, it's the galaxy's smooth Mac Pimp Daddy. And now, fucking shit, we have some sad news for everybody.
Anton Yelchin. You guys may recognize him from Friday Night, or Fright Night.
Fright Night, the Fright Night remake.
Yeah. Fright Night, Star Trek.
All 3.
All 3 of them.
And,
you might recognize his voice on the Smurfs.
He's Kyle Reese in Terminator Salvation, John Connor's dad.
Yeah, he actually passed away this weekend on the 19th. I guess there was a recall with his Jeep. He put it in park, went to go get his mail really quick,
And the
car-
recall was that sometimes park and neutrals, the gears switched, and the fucking car went into neutral and crushed him into his mailbox.
Yeah, so... And then they didn't find out until later on that night.
1:30 a.m. The friend finally, because he wasn't picking up his phone.
Right, he got worried and said, I'm going to find him, and went to his house and found his friend crushed.
Crushed, bled to death. Like, it was... What a shitty way to go, man.
Yeah,
we were talking about that.
Yeah, you got to think. The guy was crushed. Probably
All that
couldn't-
panic before you die.
Right,
like,
and
it's
he
horrible.
couldn't reach his phone. Obviously, the car's crushing him, so he probably was thinking, I'm going to die, nobody's going to help me. And he had to bleed out to death, and that's terrible and sad, and our prayers go out to his family and friends and everybody. Our deepest condolences. We lost a great actor this weekend.
We did. This is more entertainment news. It could be also animated. I don't care. The Moana trailer is awesome, with The Rock playing I forgot his name, but playing like the main male lead.
Really?
And Disney casted a new actress to play the main princess. It's like the first Hawaiian princess. So that's gonna be.
What
good.
about Lilo?
She's not a princess. So that's gonna be great. Let's see. What about Lilo? We did some filming for Mighty Clown this weekend.
Yes, we
title
did. We gave you a little sneak into that.
on G.A.S.E's Facebook page.
Oh, God.
Luigi got cream pie with an actual pie.
After the shot, we were laughing for a good 15 to 20 minutes as I was drenched in whipped cream. It was the best thing. And that towel that he tells me to put down in the video, you guys are going to have to watch the video for some of this. I put down the towel. None of the whipped cream hit the towel at all.
It went everywhere else.
And then I'm like standing in the shower so I don't get whipped cream everywhere else. And he goes, oh my God. It's like the back of JFK's car.
Yep, because there was just matter everywhere.
Oh my God, it was a good weekend. Yeah, we had a good one. We pretty much finished the movie. I think there's a couple small things that we got to finish up. But
Just a couple little shots we need to pick up, and that movie's done.
Right.
We should be playing at a bunch of fests next year. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
And this year we have a bunch of movies playing in local and not local fests too. We'll keep you updated on that. Let's see here. Leo DiCaprio is still in his lawsuit for portraying the character he played in The Wolf of Wall Street poorly. The real person is pissed and is saying defamation of character, even though they bought the rights and he okayed it to make a movie. Now he's saying Leo went too far and all the shit's going on. Leo's gonna win this case, and this asshole who's trying to get more money is gonna get fucked in the mouth.
Right. Because that's ridiculous.
Curb Your Enthusiasm will be returning for season 9, and that show is fucking hilarious. Larry David is hilarious. I had to sit down and watch it. I've heard nothing but good things about that show, and I've never sat down for it. He's a funny fucking guy. It was like Louis before Louis times 10.
Really?
And Louis is a great show. So like Curb Your Enthusiasm started this trend, and it's great. It's like a mock on his life. Larry David, the creator of Seinfeld, it's like his fake personal life. It's not really what happens, but he films it as that, and it's fucking gold. It really is fucking gold.
That's like if you were to follow us around in life. Like this, our lives are pretty funny.
Right, it is. They are. Valak is getting a spin-off from The Conjuring 2. Just like the first Conjuring got the Annabelle and Annabelle 2 is soon to be released spin-off, The Conjuring 2 is producing a spin-off based on the main demonic entity in the film, the Nun. And that is what the real demon name is Valak, spoilers. And that is what the Nun is about, is the actual demon, before it started haunting and pissing off fucking Villa Famiglia. So,
I'd like to see that.
It's going to be good.
I haven't seen Annabelle. I know that Annabelle 2 is coming out, but, I mean, for the most part, I'd really love to just see what how the fuck did Valak become a nun? That's what I want to fucking know.
That demon makes fun of that religion, so its first form is the nun with the spiky teeth and stuff. So it's like mocking Christianity, the religion of God and everything. So that's why it's taking that form. And shit, I think I forgot something else. Let me just take a peek here. I thought I did. Apparently, I can't fucking see. Oh yeah, this is still entertainment news. Whatever. Donald Glover, the person who originally fought to be Spider-Man in the Amazing Spider-Man movies that eventually went to Asshat McGee. What the hell is his name?
Fuck, I don't remember his name.
Yeah, I don't remember his name either. The one that gets to he used to bone Emma Stone. Andrew Garfield.
There you go, Andrew Garfield.
He wanted to be Miles Morales instead of fucking Peter Parker, and that didn't happen. But now he's actually going to be in Spider-Man Homecoming. People are saying that he's going to play a younger version of what's his name? Jamie?
I think so.
Robbie. He's
Robbie?
playing the younger version of Robbie, the African American person who is like.
Who becomes Spider-Man later on, right?
No, he's like J.K. Simmons' character's fucking like right-hand man.
Oh, so he's the token black guy.
Yeah, he's
he became the token black.
J. Jonah Jameson's fucking like right-hand man.
Okay.
Like the assistant editor or whatever. So that's gonna be cool. I guess Lawrence Fishburne is still tied up in DC, playing that person's fucking newspaper editor, so he can't come over to Marvel. Racial stereotype typecast. I doubt he'll be Miles Morales.
Why do you say that?
Because they're not gonna. Maybe in the future they'll introduce a second Spider-Man, but I'm not banking on it. They're gonna have Peter Parker. They're not gonna have Miles Morales. Because in the fucking Ultimate Spider-Man comic books, Miles Morales doesn't become Spider-Man until after Peter Parker gets killed by the Green Goblin. Well,
right.
Yeah. So that's it there. So that was just a little tone, but essentially it doesn't matter at this point because we only have one more item on the agenda here. So do you have anything else to say about entertainment news?
No, I think we pretty much covered most of it.
Well,
yeah.
the final thing here is the Walking Dead film death scenes for all 11 characters. And they leaked audio and video of random ones to induce speculation. So all those little people who are like, it is Glenn here, and they actually have the audio of Glenn going, Maggie, and you hear him die or whatever, and you hear Maggie scream no. They did that to every character. And people, they know because just in the comics, when you first meet him, he uses Lucille and bashes fucking Glenn's brains out with the fucking bat, Negan. And people are like, oh, the show doesn't have the balls to fucking actually kill off Glenn because they love Glenn so much. I don't know. This made people go, oh, maybe they did it. But now they fucking release, oh no, we filmed death scenes for all 11 characters on purpose so you wouldn't know. And we also film out of order, so we don't know still. It's most likely going to be a shit character no one gives a shit about, but you'd think you'd want to kick off the season with a bang. You don't have much time left, so how about you fucking... I would kill Glenn. I would kill the pregnant Maggie.
You think so?
Because that would be fucking insane, but they're not going to do that either, because in the comics, Maggie eventually becomes Rick's love interest after Glenn's dead.
Okay.
So, yeah, so you never really... I mean, I don't think her and Glenn even really had a big of a thing in the comics as the show. The show, like anything else, you don't want to follow it correctly, because then it's just like, fucking, you can just go read what's going to happen next. It's already going to spoil itself. So they have to change shit up.
Right, so that's why I don't think they're going to go with Glenn, because if it's that big of a thing, they're not going to kill off Glenn so that it's not...
Right.
Exactly like the show. They're going to kill off somebody else that's a little...
They need to be important, almost as important as Glenn. So it's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
People, what if it's Daryl? People are going to lose their shits if it's Daryl Nixon.
Well, that's what everybody says. You kill Daryl, we riot.
Yeah.
And they're going to have a riot on their hands.
And the thing is, he started filming and airing his new television show where he's riding around on his motorcycle. So it's just like...
That would make the most sense.
Right. And then people are like, oh, but Glenn's not fucking listed for doing a bunch of other roles. So that means he might be gone. No, it's fucking off time. Of course he's listed for a bunch of other roles. He's want to go make some more money in Hollywood.
Right.
But yeah, that's it. We went through all of our topics and our conventions. It's a short episode, but we got to the meat of everything perfect and nice like.
Yes. It was, we had a great weekend. We had a great time talking to you guys about it, and I think that's it for us.
This is fucking another great episode of G.A.S.E Radio.
Oh yeah, man.
Some episodes have more information in other categories than other, but you know what? I don't give a shit.
Some are sexier than others.
You get to fucking hear us talk. You're welcome. Take it away, Darren. This has been Randy.
And Luigi.
Schnucka schnow, bitches.
You've been listening to G.A.S.E Radio.